My project debugger. This is one of my most favorite tools to build in this winter of AI. So, what I have observed in my career, right, is that all young developers they get lost in debugging errors. They are clueless in how to debug errors. Firstly, you guys are scared of looking at the error logs. You don't even read error logs and you panic, right? Now, of course, that's a personal habit you got to build. Make friendship with your error logs, okay? Read them nicely and generate good error logs as well when you write code so that you can debug an error when it happens, okay? But still, in order to bridge this gap, to make debugging easy, we want to make an AI based debugger. What it will do is that it will read your project. It will be a Godspeed project, but we are pretty much open if, as a bonus implementation, you solve it for any language like Spring Boot, Python, Django, whatever, any language or framework, but surely Godspeed framework. So when you go through the logs of your application, this debugger is able to look into an error which you copy paste. You select an error stack, put it inside the debugger knows your code. It either has loaded a context of your entire project or rather maybe few selected files. Maybe you can add those files in the context which you are working on right now, or it could just know your entire project, okay? Then the debugger's job is to narrow down which files is this error related to. Number one, looking at maybe your stack trace and making the context on the fly if needed, or you help it make the context and then suggesting you solutions. At least telling you what's the reason for this error and maybe even suggesting you solutions, okay? The way you can give this end output is simply have some sort of a user interface in which I have loaded a project. Okay, it knows about my project, it can read the contents of my project, and to read the context of my project in your browser, you can either call directly the file system API from the browser, load the whole folder in memory, or you could actually use Godspeed's daemon server, which is coming soon. We use the daemon server in the API Godspeed Studio, which is coming soon as well in December. And daemon server is able to read files for you on demand and send them to you from a location and even write back. Okay, it gives a full tunneling. So you could use any mechanism to read files, but once an error comes, you are able to identify, number one, which files are relevant to this error. Okay, either you look at stack trace and figure it out from the project, or let even the user add a context that, hey, I think these are the relevant files. Then a context is set, right? Now with this context and with this error log, you call some sort of a model. It could be any model. Make sure it's a pluggable model. Okay, no hard coding, please. And once the response comes, you show it to the user. Hey, this is the reason you're getting this error, and maybe this is how you can fix it, right? And what would be even more killer if that you show them the changes you're gonna make, and then write them back to the file system using the daemon server. That will be the super amazing thing you will have done for the developers, right? Not only given solution, but actually went ahead and made it. So yeah, this is about the my project debugger, my friends. And most young engineers across the world spend, I believe, at least 20% of their 30% of their development time figuring out errors. What if we could save this time for all those startups? How fast they could go. Think about it, my friends. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is one of my favorite projects, and I'll personally be a mentor in this. My project debugger. Enjoy your day, my friends. Bye bye. See you on the other side.